On August 20th, 1971, Philip Zimbardo stopped his own experiment. He had planned it to last 2 weeks. It lasted 6 days. 24 normal college students had been randomly divided into 2 groups. 12 became guards. 12 became prisoners. They all knew it was an experiment. It didn't matter. Within 24 hours, the guards had begun to humiliate the prisoners. Not because they were told to, not because they were violent people, because they were given uniforms, sunglasses, and a wooden baton, and a roll. That was enough. By day 2, prisoners had begun to break down psychologically. One prisoner had to be released after just 36 hours. Uncontrollable crying, rage, and disorganized thinking. By day 4, 2 more had followed. The others stayed, not because they had to, because they had forgotten they could leave. And here is the thing. They were college students, not inmates, not people with troubled backgrounds, people who had passed psychological screening just days earlier. This is the part that changes everything. These were not troubled individuals. They had been screened beforehand, psychologically stable, no criminal history, no history of violence. The most normal people the researchers could find. You probably know people exactly like them. You might be exactly like them. And within days, some of the guards were waking up early to come in for their shifts, inventing new ways to psychologically control the prisoners, enjoying it. Not all of them, but enough. Before you think, I would never do that. The students thought the same thing before the experiment began. Every single one of them. Zimbardo himself lost perspective. He had assigned himself the role of prison superintendent, and he began to think like one. When prisoners showed signs of psychological collapse, he saw discipline problems, not human beings in distress. It took Christina Maslow, a psychologist visiting the experiment, to look at what was happening and say, "You need to stop this." He stopped it the next day. Think about that for a moment. The person running the experiment needed someone from outside to remind him what he was looking at. Here is what the experiment actually showed. It was not about good people and bad people. It was about roles. Give a person a role with power and no accountability, and the role begins to shape the person. Not over months, not over years, over days. The uniform changes behavior before the person has time to think about it. The title changes how others respond to you, and how others respond to you changes how you see yourself, and how you see yourself changes what you are capable of doing. We all do this to some degree, every day. Every role you carry changes how you behave in ways you rarely notice. 1 in 3 people who learn about this experiment are certain they would have behaved differently. As a guard, they would have been humane. As a prisoner, they would have remembered they could leave. And I bet you are one of them. But the data does not support that certainty, because the students who became guards were also certain before the experiment began. You do not know what you would do. Nobody does, until they are in the role. The door was never locked. They just forgot to check. In the next video, we look at an experiment run 10 years earlier. A researcher asked ordinary people to administer electric shocks to a stranger. The shocks went up to 450 volts. 65% of participants went all the way.